Hey fam, it's Julie here. These are the 14 best reasons why you should teach English in Japan. My favorite perk is the long paid vacations. If you're interested in living in Japan, exploring all the amazing places to see, trying out delicious food, and meeting new people, then the ALT job can be really exciting. With the dispatch company I work for, I actually get paid during winter vacation, which usually lasts for 2 weeks, and summer vacation, which is almost 2 months long. Even though I have to be in Japan to get paid, it's still something I look forward to and enjoy. As an ALT, my schedule follows the school calendar, so whenever there's a holiday in Japan, and they have many, I also get the day off. The best part is, I still get paid during these holidays, and I get to use the time to do what I love, whether it's hanging out with friends, going on an adventure, or traveling. There have been many times when the weather was so bad, like heavy rain or fog, and the schools didn't want me to come in, but guess what? I still get paid during those days. Those are the days I call shiawase, which means happiness in Japanese. If you are looking for a job that offers plenty of vacations to explore Japan and nearby countries, along with a visa, then being an ALT should definitely be considered. Now, let's move on to perk number 2. You will get a visa that allows you to stay in Japan. Having a working visa is like having a ticket to live your dream in Japan, even if it's just for a temporary period in your life. Over the past 5 years, I've loved the personal growth and the experiences I've gained. Of course, there have been challenging times, and I'll talk about those in my next video. But I've learned to accept both the good and the not so good aspects that come with working and living here. Moving on to perk number 3. One great thing is that companies can help you find your first accommodation. This is a common benefit even in other industries like IT. Trust me, this is a perk because dealing with all the paperwork involved in moving apartments here can be really tedious and stressful. I've personally moved in and out 4 times, so I know what I'm talking about. And perk number 4, I absolutely love how easy the work is. I teach in an elementary school and the work is so straightforward. Usually, I work with a homeroom teacher or an HRT or a Japanese English teacher or a JTE inside the classroom. My company provides lesson plans, and although I could create my own if I want to, it's not required. The HRT or JTE and I usually discuss the lesson outline together and then carry out our lessons. Our typical lessons last around 45 minutes, although this can vary for special events, but those are quite rare. Perk number 5. If you're not really a teacher, you don't have to worry because the companies always offer training to guide you on how to teach. Trust me, it will start to make sense once you start doing it. I know the first week can feel overwhelming, but after a month, you will have a good grasp of what you do. To be an effective teacher, it is important to show the kids that you are kind and there to help them. Try incorporating play-based lessons, and the kids will absolutely adore you. Engage in small talk with them in the hallway, and don't forget to chat with your colleagues too. They will appreciate it when you show that you're always ready to lend a helping hand. Perk number 6. One thing I really enjoy is the peaceful atmosphere in the teacher's room. It's usually so quiet, which allows for a serene working environment. Japanese people are culturally polite and respectful, so it's easy to adapt because they prefer a drama-free workplace. Of course, not everyone is kind and drama-free, but overall, kindness prevails in the working place. Perk number 7. You will mostly have everything you need at your disposal. Most schools allow you to print and laminate flashcards if necessary, request books when needed, or use equipment like laptops and computers for teaching-related work. I consider it a perk because back in my own country, Teachers usually have to pay out of pocket for these supplies. But here, I don't have to worry about spending my hard-earned money on things I need for my lessons. Perk number 8, the schedule. Your schedule will depend on the school you are assigned to. I've had years where I've been really lucky with my schedule, but there have also been years when luck wasn't on my side. If you want specific details, I actually created a video about my weekly schedule. It's important to know the number of classes you will have in a day and whether there are any days off or break time. Perk number 9. Another great perk is the work-life balance. You will still have time after work on the weekends to immerse yourself in the culture and practice the language if that's one of your reasons for coming to Japan. You will have your weekends and holidays to go what you want. You want to go clubbing? No problem. Weekend traveling? Road trip? No problem. The beauty of being an ALT is that it's almost stress-free. If you want to constantly be busy, you're actually allowed to use your extra time finding other sources of income that are teaching-related side gigs. Perk number 10 is all about the school lunches. This is by far my favorite perk. I genuinely look forward to school lunches every day. It is such a relief not having to think about what to eat for lunch. Personally, I'm a bit lazy when it comes to meal planning, and I'd often prefer eating out instead of cooking at home. But with school lunches, I don't have to worry about any of that. I save time by not having to think about what to eat. I save time on grocery shopping, cooking, and washing dishes. It's a complete package. And the best part is, each meal only costs 300 yen, which is around $2. And the school lunches are well balanced and provide a substantial portion. Trust me, it's more than enough to satisfy my hunger. Perk number 11.
One of the things I absolutely love about being an ALT is that I don't have to deal with any paperwork. Back in my home country, I often had to go back to school during weekends to check test papers or make test papers and worksheets and record them and do some other government-related paper stuff. That's why I appreciate the ALT life so much, because work stays at work and I don't have to deal with paperwork outside of my job.
Perk number 12. I love Japan healthcare. There were unfortunate times when I had emergencies, but I only paid 30% of my hospital bills. I was taken care of properly too. My medicines are even discounted, and that made me not think twice of visiting a hospital whenever I need to. And my last, but not the least, perk is the overall experience. The school system in Japan is everything I wished my home country had. I love experiencing new things around this job, like attending entrance ceremonies, which new students are welcomed into the school. The school festivals such as Sports Day and music festivals give me a great sense of happiness as I immerse myself in the culture. And let's not forget the amazing graduation ceremonies, which are solemn yet incredibly emotional. It's a whole different experience compared to my country. Having been an ALT for 5 years, I can say that the job has its perks and challenges. However, I strongly believe that happiness is what we make of it, and having a positive outlook in every situation can have a tremendous impact. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you again next time, fam. Matane!